is WhisperSister. I wanted to do a journal video because I've done some writing in the last couple of days, and it's been a while since I've done any writing that I've felt was, I don't know, worth reading. I've just gotten back from an open mic, and once again I've had a couple drinks. I am sort of on that precipice between being sober and being drunk, and even though it's a weeknight, I would like to, I really feel like even the prospect of being like tired and miserable at work tomorrow seems appealing to me right now, because I don't know, I feel like I'm kind of enjoying sort of a second adolescence, like a delayed adolescence, a postponed. You have no idea what it's like. Some of you may, I shouldn't say that, but I can't believe what it feels like to have been completely checked out for like 5 years and all of a sudden be back in the thick of it. You know, it's pretty incredible, and it doesn't take much really to get me excited about life these days, which is pretty awesome. I feel like I've finally kind of seen through all of the shit that I've put on myself all these years, and you know, there's patterns and habits that still kind of try to assert themselves, but ultimately I don't believe in any of them anymore. I really don't. I don't buy any of it. And I know it seems like you know, it takes a couple drinks to get me to be like this, but that's just for right now. That's just because these habits are so deeply ingrained that when I'm sober, they still have a hold on me, and when I'm not, I'm free from them. But that's just the way it is right now. Right now I've got my old alarm clock that I've had since I was 14, and I've got an old book that I've read probably 4 times, Skinny Legs and All by Tom Robbins, who's my favorite author. I can see those things, and they just remind me of who I was, and I'm so glad, so fucking glad that I'm back to who I was. Anyway, on that note, I'm going to read some stuff from my journal that I've written in the last couple of days. Now, I've been kind of curious to see how my creative writing would take shape, given the fact that I'm trying to let go of my need to analyze, and in the past my writing has been very much made up of like overanalysis and that kind of thinking, and I've been making a conscious effort to leave that stuff for now and see what else there is, and so I've been curious to see how my writing would reflect that. And I haven't actually done a lot of writing lately. This journal I started a while ago, like the end of June maybe. I'm not sure when it was exactly, but I did a sound of writing video, and this journal while we were at Bonfire at the festival, and the other night when he was over, he ripped it all out, and also ripped out everything I'd written so far in here. So I've kind of started it again for a second time. So since then, I've written like enough to fill a video, so I'm going to read that now. And I'm just going to put it out there because I need to push past this self-doubt. It's bullshit. You know, being at the open mic tonight, I just felt like I just hate having to compare myself to people who are similar to me and sort of represent that which I wish I was, I wish I had. I just get really down on myself, and I feel like I wish I could just be my real self and not have to reserve it for whisper videos, but I don't know. It is what it is. I'm going to be patient with myself. So anyway, this was written yesterday. No, Tuesday. I went to the mall where I used to work, and anyways, I'll just read it. Alright, so free write, August 3rd, 2010. I caught myself browsing the bookstore for certainty again, brought here on some kind of unconscious autopilot, shuffling past magazines and bestsellers, slinking up to the self-help shelves, once again with that familiar void opening inside. Hungry for an answer. I've gotten so tired again, so tired. But it's encouraging. I think of all the books at home, yet to be read, and a voice inside tells me it's not answers that I need. I have to let go of the questions. It sounds easy, but it requires constant effort, and this is where my mind takes me when it needs a rest. Self-help books and rows of pristine journals, pages unmarked, spines uncracked, mass-produced and bound in fake leather or embossed patterned paper. Nothing like selection to make you want what you don't need. My fingers trail over the spines and covers as I walk the length of the shelves, fingertips calloused so that I don't feel anything, just some kind of absent-minded need for tactile reassurance. Books about God, roadmaps for permanent change, books filled with nothing but creamy, unlined potential. I can't explain the thrill these things give me. My weakness gets me every time. And everywhere out of the corner of my eye, things to want, attractive and functional, so clever, the promise of material satisfaction, however fleeting. It's been a while since I've felt that pull. I'll count that as a blessing. I don't spend a lot of time these days in places designed to show me what I lack. No worries, talk happy. I come here when I need to give up temporarily, to let my thoughts disappear into the din, to blend in with a sea of nondescript faces and lose myself in a place that's inexplicably familiar. My head is thick with silence, and the voices and competing beats and strains of music blend into a slow, warm roar, all of it somehow transcending itself to calm my confusion. So strange to find comfort in a place devoted to physical beauty and material excess. In a place like this, I cease to matter, and that comes as a relief. If I open my mouth now, I'm sure nothing will come out. I remember when that was the norm, and it was terrifying. Now I can access it at will, and it's unbelievably soothing. Nothing for my mouth to do but smile a peaceful little smile. I'm proud to be leaving here empty-handed, for now I have everything I need. The trick is just to stay in my own business. Keep my thoughts from straying towards judgment and self-doubt. Keep myself rooted in the present. consistently making better choices. I don't want the drama right now. I don't have the luxury of taking the long way. I breathe deeply, the cool, air-conditioned air, and let the noises dissolve the thoughts that sting inside. All the ways that I'm not good enough. All the ways that I don't measure up. All the things I try to change that always come back. All these thoughts, such a waste of time. There are too many of us, and we all have fears. Looking people in the eye again. Every single one of us the same. Such a great lesson in humility. How can I be of service? Ask that question and everything goes silent. That is the answer. That allows me to put down all other questions, allows me to step outside, face the heat, and welcome my thoughts back in. So much to be grateful for. Okay, and then this I wrote today on my lunch break. I went for a drive, and I just wrote for a little bit. So, August 5th, 2010, free write. My uneasiness dissolves. I watch the landscape open up around me as the city shrinks in the rear view. No destination. I find myself driving past the place I thought I was going, taking all the turns that will lead me away from everything familiar. Relief swelling up inside. Every second I grow more solitary. 1 hour to just leave everything behind. And I find myself traveling again along this arbitrary division, the space between two countries, an imaginary border dependent on consensus. Even the plants seem to stick to their own sides, a baffling contrast, as if nature has decided to play along with our game. Let us have our illusion of order and control. There's no one out here, no one with me, no one listening. No one knows where to find me, and I love that. Stopping just short of the halfway mark, kill the engine and the music and just listen to the silence. The breeze that brings promise of autumn, that cuts through the sticky heat, sweet and deliberate. So much to be grateful for in this moment. It's amazing how much pull the past still has, how much I use it as a crutch. But if I stay here and really pay attention, it's easy to see that I'm exactly where I need to be. I've caught fire at the mouth. I can feel it inside, the voice I thought I'd lost. The conduit is clearer than it's ever been, and I know this is only the beginning. A passion so dense and hot, I'm afraid to touch it. I don't know where to begin, and yet I'm drawn to it, obsessed, giddy with anticipation, and it's got nothing to do with the past. The feeling is completely new. The yearning is still there, but the panic has been softened. The urgency has changed its tone. There's a new spaciousness that I've never felt before, a patience that allows me to finally start listening, becoming aware of things inside that I can't readily define, things that once were threatening but now leave me feeling piqued, patiently awaiting my reward. My pulse is slow but steady. Wait for it. Wait for it. Keep your composure and let life make the next move. Deep breath, filling my lungs with this strange air, sweet-smelling and thick, warm and heavy on my tongue. My words are getting thin and the wind has died down. Time to get back to the world that will welcome me, as if I never left, as if I'm the same. I know this is only the beginning, and I'm still committed, still standing firm and ready for whatever is coming next.